All right, Godlings, here's a good one, right? Okay. History and risk factors, right? This is not my paperwork, it's someone else's, but they're talking about me, right? That I have significant mental health issues that are not being addressed effectively. I think they did effectively wrong with an A, and it can cause him to not parent appropriately. Okay, well, that's slanderous and liable. That could be a fucking lawsuit because I go to the VA, right? And every time I've gone, because there's times I've gone on my own because it's like shit was going on in my life, like a separation from someone who actually does have mental health issues, that's been diagnosed, that does take medication or supposed to take medication for it, that sometimes doesn't, goes off the medication so they can go in the hospital. And of course, the other person's been arrested a few times. So, if I have PTSD from that, well, why wouldn't I be surprised? But anywho, I go to the VA relatively. I speak to them often because I'm through this program. But any other time I've gone to speak with the counselor or psychiatrist, they say I'm doing fine. They say I'm mentally healthy and I do the appropriate things when I need to. And they've never diagnosed me with anything. So, I don't know where she got this or who got this information from where, because I've never been diagnosed and I'd never signed a waiver. I've never signed off my HIPAA law. And there's HIPAA laws about that. They can't just go get my information. And I didn't sign it. And I know I haven't been diagnosed. So that's slanderous and liable. They're just making this shit up. But, I do the appropriate things, but here's the thing. If I have anything wrong with me, it's fucking PTSD from carrying this asshole on my back for all these years, right? I'm just trying to do my thing, and no wonder why I can't parent effectively, because I've got a hyena chasing me down on my tail all the time. It's kind of hard to live normal life when you got all this other bullshit going on, right? But anywho, I bet you that person didn't talk about her mental health issues, did she? Probably didn't say anything about that. Probably just pointed at me. Any other time I've talked, because I've questioned my sanity because of this person. I really have. I've questioned my sanity anyway, because I'm a mentally healthy person. Mentally healthy people do question their sanity. And I do. But every time they say, you're weird and eccentric, there's nothing wrong with that. They're like, you can be weird and eccentric. People might not like you, and that might come up some other, but you know what? That's fine. You're you, and you're unapologetic about it. You're fine. So it's funny because I think we might have a lawsuit here because this is not good, right? So now, because based on someone else's just talking smack, they're not diagnosing the other person correctly based on this other person's junk that they're spewing out of their mouths. Ugh. See, that's why I stay right out of that crap. I stay out of it. I said, I'm going to do my own job over here. I'm going to stay right out of your games, man. Because if I go in there, it probably end up making it more of a mess. So I just keep my mouth shut. And they can think I'm whatever. But I keep my mouth shut and let them play their games. And hopefully the right people are in the right spots and involved where they can, subvert some of that crap that person's pulling and putting her child through. But we'll see. That's all we had, Godlings.